want to show you a boring-ish week in my life, but also a realistic week, and just how expensive even a boring realistic week can be. Not to scare you, but to just give you some truth tea, because we need some truth tea on YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mahua. Today we're going to talk about what I spent in a week in New York City. We're talking about finances, so obviously I have to wear my handy dandy most comfortable shirt ever so I can be comfortable while I talk about something so uncomfortable and so agitatingly annoying. As you guys know, New York City is one of the most expensive cities in the world, and I currently live alone in New York City and I'm self-employed, so I kind of want to show you a little outlook into my life and just how I live here, how I budget in the city. I made a very similar video to this in April of 2022, and I was still in grad school at that time, and I thought back then things were expensive, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, New York City prices have gone up by 6% from January 2022 to January 2023. So that was expensive, but now it's even more expensive because my rent has gone up, my living expenses have gone up. It's just crazy all year round. New Yorkers are really not catching a break, and it's so unfortunate because the real natives of New York are getting pushed out of New York City because they can't afford it anymore, because their jobs are not paying them enough to afford New York City. So many people here are working multiple jobs to afford just a basic apartment and basic necessities, and it's so unfortunate that the city is just getting so gentrified. So I just wanted to give a little insight on my life, that was the word I was looking for, not outlook, and just show you what it's like to live here in New York City. As always, at the end of the video I'm gonna break down my rent price, bills, subscriptions, and memberships to really show you the actual price of living in New York. This week that I recorded is a very low vibrational type of week. I didn't do much, honestly. It was those type of weeks where I just kind of stayed at home and did a lot of work from home, and I tried my best to budget because I'm on my budgeting grind. I'm trying to not take as many vacations because I traveled a lot in the past few months, and I just want to show you a boring-ish week in my life, but also a realistic week, and just how expensive even a boring realistic week can be. Not to scare you, but to just give you some truth tea, because we need some truth tea on YouTube. As always, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see content like this every single week. I post very frequently on YouTube, obviously, but more frequently on my Instagram and TikTok. It's Labyrinth Ave, and let's just get into it. The first thing I did on Sunday was go into Manhattan. So something about me is that you will not catch me taking an Uber or a Lyft or anything if I don't have to. So obviously I took the subway. The subway is only $2.75. We're both wearing the same thing. And something else about the MTA in New York City is that if you use the same card on your phone when you use Apple Pay, you get free rides after 12 rides. So it's great if you work in the city or work anywhere for 5 days in the week, because you usually get that free amount after the 5 days are over, because technically going there and going back is a good 10 already.
Where'd you get that shit from?
Where'd you get it?
Oh. Hello.
Labyrinth.com.
Wow. So tell me how I told her. I was like, yo, I'm gonna wear the shirt today. And she said, oh, okay. A couple hours later, she goes, what if I also wore the shirt today? And I was like, oh, so you just want to copy me?
I did design it,
she's like,
so
no.
I have say over this because I made it.
Drop it down in the comments. Is she right or am I right?
Yeah. So the great thing about this day in New York City was that my partner was in town, so I didn't really have to pay for much. It's really a perk of, you know, having a partner, even though I offered, obviously. So the only thing that I had to pay for that day besides commute is the coffee shop that we went to. So we went to a coffee shop called La Colombe.
Someone had an accident.
What's the accident? Bringing teddy bears? Can you get a small chocolate latte, please? Small or large? Just a small, and then one of these cookies.
This is her first oat milk draft latte from La Colombe. If you know, you know.
And we got 2 coffees and a cookie, and that was $19.62. It includes tip. Honestly, coffee prices in New York have gotten so crazy and outrageous. It makes you just want to be caffeine free for the rest of your life. We also got lunch at this Mediterranean spot. I did not have to pay for it. you know, perks again.
Checking in.
Lunchtime. Total was over $30, which was kind of pricey, but we did get like a lemonade and fries. I was kind of bummed because I wanted to do this anniversary secret type of date, and it was like one of those permanent bracelet welding places. Are you excited for our surprise anniversary little date?
Think? I don't know.
Because we're right here. We're here.
What's this?
What's this? What's this?
Catbird? Are the first or the third?
But it didn't end up working out, and I was really looking forward to spending some money and having a good time. But it's fine, another day. Alright, fine. There's something that I have to say. So I was trying to do like a surprise like date idea, right, for like our 3-year anniversary. Unfortunately, that did not work out.
What?
We were supposed to get like permanently welded bracelets on our hand, but they didn't have silver and he only wore silver.
So what's the lesson we've learned?
The lesson is I can't plan anything.
Hey, what's going on here? Wow.
So now we're going to my friend's little art pop-up.
Yeah.
My friend Radia.
Shout out Radia.
Don't even try.
Excuse me.
Don't even try.
Excuse
Don't
me.
even try to hit me, sir. And then we supported my friend Radia at their art show. My partner again ended up paying for everything. Radia, can we get an autograph? Yes or no?
Be honest. Please?
Charge him double. And then we took the subway 3 more times, so I spent $11 in total on the subway that day. So something else that I want to mention is that usually on Sunday or Monday I buy groceries, and since I live by myself I don't have to buy too much. My grocery amount every single week is around $40 to $50, but I started recording this after I bought my groceries for the week, and also my mom gave me food for the week because she knew I was really stressed with my new collection and all my business work, so I didn't have to buy too much. If I want to add in the expenses of groceries, my total for Monday would be about $80.62. Pro tip, if you live in New York City, make sure to buy from your local grocery stores instead of just like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and Target, because not only are you supporting a local business, but also it's cheaper, and also the food is a lot fresher. My zucchini really went bad so quick when I got it from Target. It could have just been a bad bunch, but from the local store, that wouldn't have happened, you know? On Monday and Tuesday, I didn't spend that much money. They were very low-key, stay-at-home, extreme work days, and I didn't spend much money at all besides the fact that I have a small business, so I had to pay for shipping for some of the orders that I packed. So I paid $47.65 for the orders that I packed. I didn't have to get any coffee from outside, no food from outside because I cooked at home. It was a good 2 days in my book, because I hate just walking outside and just like breathing and then having to spend like $500. That's what it feels like nowadays. On Wednesday, I shipped out those orders and then I took the train again, which is $2.75. It was raining extremely that day. I don't know what happened. It was like monsoon weather. Something about New Yorkers is that they forget how to operate once there's a little bit of rain outside. I went to a cute little coffee shop in Astoria, and it was just nice vibes because it seemed like a Greek coffee shop, very local. And I got a cappuccino for $6.48, which included tip. And it was my first time really getting an iced coffee voluntarily. I usually go for hot coffees or hot drinks, and I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed my time. After that, I walked to my friend's house and we all got gelato from this local Italian store. This is what I like to see in the middle of June. Wow, that's a good one.
Ooh, and this one's the guafe.
Guafe.
Insulated, yeah. Oh wow, you actually taste like the ricotta cheese. Tastes so freaking good.
Which one did you get?
It's fake ricotta cheese and
It's called Figo.
What did you get?
tiramisu.
Oh, try my one. Like,
And you can actually taste the alcohol in there.
there's alcohol in here?
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu has alcohol in it?
Yeah.
Actually?
Kahlua liquor, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. And the gelato was so good. First of all, I learned so much new information that day, and also my gelato was $10, and then I didn't have to pay for anything else because my friends paid for dinner, and also I got a ride home for free from my friend. So no metro or extra food for me, which is such a blessing, and I'm grateful. So the total for Wednesday was $19.23. Thursday was another extreme work from home day, and so I thought, you know, when it's nighttime and you're like, what can I really do because I'm bored, so let me just do some impulsive shopping. I sat down in bed with my Coke and I was ready to do some shopping, but then I really restrained myself because the prices were really crazy, and I was like, I'm just being lazy. I can just go to a grocery store the next day or something to get these things in person instead of buying things for an overpriced amount. The only thing I got to really do a self-care splurge night was get that cleaning thing called the pink stuff, and it was only $6.50. I'm so sorry. Like, I know my last video of what I spent in a week was a lot more productive and a lot more spendy, but when you're living alone and you're trying to be on a budget, and also you don't have much to buy because you have self-discipline, things get a little boring, you know? I'm just in like my making money era and not spending money era. I say that as summer's coming and I know that I'm gonna have to spend a lot more. So Friday, I did some laundry, and the laundry and dryer here is $150 and $175. I don't know why it went up. Inflation is crazy, because why is it affecting my building's laundry prices? The total was $6.50. I usually do laundry every 2 weeks. This time around I did 2 loads, so that's why it was a little bit more. But sometimes the loads don't dry right away, so you have to put it in again. So I spend around $325 every single week, more or less. On Saturday, I went back home and I got my eyebrows done and my upper lip done. And I go to a local business, so the prices aren't outrageous. I only pay $9 for everything. $9 includes the tip. I can never imagine myself paying $30 for getting my eyebrows done. That's crazy, but it's like that in Manhattan. Alright, now let's do a breakdown of some of the prices that I have every single month. Non-negotiables, like the rent, my bills, Wi-Fi, subscriptions, memberships, things like that. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. So Wi-Fi and phone bills come out to about $400 a month. Some of these things involve me paying for things back at home for my family, so that's why it's a little bit higher. I don't think it's this much for someone that is living by themselves on the reg, but I would say Wi-Fi and every other bill would go up to like $400 a month. Subscriptions, for example, like Apple, Spotify, my YouTube music, my PO box, and things like that. I also sponsor a child in Bangladesh. It ranges around $70 a month. My workout membership is $49 from ClassPass. Finally, my rent for the month, it went up, but gratefully not too much compared to what I've heard and seen. My rent is $17.04. It used to be $16.50. It went up around $50. So yeah, I can't complain too much because I know people's rent went up by like thousands. Monthly amount I pay with like rent, bills, and all that is $2,223. And then if you add in all of my weekly expenses, especially what I said today, once you divide everything up by 4, my weekly expense with my rent and my bills and everything is about $555.75 a week, which I don't think is too bad. I feel like I've gotten down from how much I used to spend back in the day, and I'm kind of low-key proud of myself. Once you add in my weekly expenses from this week, it's $785.50, which again, it's very expensive. It's just a very expensive city to live in, and the numbers are outrageous sometimes. So if you are moving to New York, I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope it makes you feel a little bit better about the cost of living. And if you feel like you've seen so many videos of just really rich lifestyles and just really rich influencers living their lives, and you think that that's the norm, it's not. It's very possible to live here on a budget, and it's very possible to thrive here on a budget. Obviously, I live alone, but you can most definitely save a lot more money living with roommates or living in a cheaper borough. And I've made so many videos in the past on just how to budget more effectively and some of the tricks I have to save more money and some of the tools you can use to save money. So if you want, please watch those as well, because I think it's really helpful for anyone that wants to move to New York City, if you're a student or if you live in New York City and you feel like you are drowning in debt. Money is something that used to always scare me just because, you know, I grew up with a lot of money trauma, financial trauma, and it's still very scary, but I feel like we should normalize the conversation a lot more. And honestly, when you organize your finances and when you break it down like this, the way that I have, and when you are more disciplined with your money, it shouldn't be as scary and it should be a normal topic that we can all talk about. I promise you that there are so many apartments in New York City that are affordable. There are so many lifestyles here that are affordable, and you can do it too. And I have so many videos on that too if you would like that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe because I'm trying to hit 40,000 subscribers this year, and I post every single week. I make so many New York City type of videos. And second, as you guys know, I just came out with the teaser of my new collection, and it's coming out very soon. It's coming out actually next week if you're watching this the day I posted. And you saw a little bit, you know, a little sneak peek in the beginning. You can check out labyrinthav.com to get updates and to browse if you would like. You can check out my Instagram and my TikTok at labyrinthav, where I'll have updates about New York City and just my business and just me as a person. And finally, I have a podcast called Difficultish, where we post every single week, and I have it with my partners about different South Asian narratives. Very funny, very chatty. Please listen to that if you'd like, on Spotify, Apple, all streaming platforms. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.